Hello there. I'm going to show you real quickly how to use Mailchimp to schedule and send emails to the CII distribution list. Okay, so first thing, go into your browser and go to Mailchimp.com. Oops, not com. Okay, and we're going to log in. I already set up an account. Um, I'm not sure. I mean, you can change this after I'm gone, but for right now, it's set up as having me as the contact. So, but you can change this. You just go into the account settings and change it once you all decide who's going to take over this. Okay. And I'm going to click on show so you can see the password here. Okay, pound ISD CIS 101. I just used the same password that was on my computer, but I put a pound in front of it because this required a symbol in its password criteria. Okay, so then you just log in. And then I'm going to go up here and show you the list. So this is where you would add or delete people. And you can see right now we have 95 people in the list. And you click here if you want to add a person. And then you just put in the pertinent information. I don't use all of these fields. The email address, the first, the last, I put in their title and their district, and then you have to check that this person gave you permission. I just, even if they haven't contacted me, I mark this because there is an opportunity in every email for the person receiving it to unsubscribe, right? So after you click this, then you come down here and click subscribe, and boom, they're added to your list. Okay. The other thing you can do is come over here, and if you have a Excel sheet of names and people you want to upload, you can click on import, and then it allows you to cut and paste the entire list or portions of the list right into your list, so you don't have to do it individually. Okay, and this is actually the easiest way to import a lot of people. I don't think you'll have to do that with this list. You might delete people as they leave or have to change names and that kind of thing. And that's under Manage Contacts. So if you click on Manage Contacts, just this morning, Erica McCrae from Burlingame, I had a message from Marla Silver Smith asking me to change her title from TSA to principal and to add a new person as a administrator in ed services. So you can check your managed contacts and edit entries in here by clicking on the person and then clicking on edit, and that will take you to their information like right here, and you just change it here and save it. Okay, so this is how you add people. Okay, now if you are going to send an email, you're going to create a campaign, right? And so here's the one that came out this morning at 5. Oh, I think this is the one that came out this morning. Nope, this is January 8th, 5:15 a.m. to 96 recipients. 36 people. It's 8:40 in the morning, and 36 people have already opened it, and 4 people have already clicked through to whatever links I had. So you can get more information on exactly who has opened it and when they opened it by going into the reports here. You can view the email as they saw it too, and you can replicate this as well. Okay, and usually that's what I do. So let me just open this email for you, or this campaign, and you can see here's what it looks like. What you're actually doing is building a web landing page. And I don't change a whole lot of this. I use the same template every time, but I change the date. So This stays the same every time. Just change the date. This little block right here is a image block. I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. I create an agenda note-taking document, which I just take a snapshot of. So let me real quick show you what I'm talking about. Whoever it is that inherits this. The reason I do this is the only hard copy thing that I create for CII meetings. Everything else is paper. But I create this note taking agenda because there is a gentleman who attends fairly regularly that doesn't use technology, and he made a special request that I always have a paper agenda for him. So I do. And again, this is just something that I copy each time. And then I just change what's in the agenda items. Some of these things stay the same: breakfast, networking, welcome, and introductions. There's always a state and federal update, and I just put a bullet point in here about what it's going to cover. Usually it's state board items, and then just a couple of things from state and federal meetings. There's always an accountability and assessment update that Deanne does. And then there's always a district generated topic of the month and some district networking and sharing. And that topic is down here. And then there's always instructional services updates, and whoever's going to do that is here. And then feedback. I make a copy of the previous month's feedback survey and I rename it. And then I make a tiny URL for it and I put it right here and adjourn. And these outcomes are always the same. Okay, and then I put the next meeting there. So when I create the campaign over here, right, you can see what I'm doing is I'm just taking a screenshot. I'm on my PC here to show you this, but I'm taking a screenshot just of, the section, just of this section, basically. All right. I should have gotten rid of that. And then I save the screenshot and then I upload it into, do I want to save? No. Okay. So, and then I upload it as an image into this campaign. Okay, and I'll show you how I do that in just a minute. This stays the same. This was a little blurb that Gary wrote about why people should attend CII. And then I adjust this every month to delete. So after when I do I won't be doing it, but whoever does the reminder email for next month, which I always send out the Monday morning prior to the Friday of the meeting. And I send it at 5:15, 5:30 in the morning. That's what I schedule it for. So it's the first thing people see in their inbox on Mondays. Okay, so whoever does the February meeting, they'll just open this block up and get rid of February 8th and just leave these dates. This stays the same. This stays the same. So next month, you'll want to edit this so that the appropriate person for contacting is there, right? But very little changes each time. It's pretty much the same. So I'm going to create a new campaign, and it's going to be an email. And this is just for you to remember. So I'm going to call this test for screencast. Okay, this doesn't go on the email. It just helps you to know which one it is. Okay, and then you begin. And then who is it going to go to? I'm going to send it to the San Mateo list of 95 subscribers. You can segment your list so that it doesn't go to everybody. If you just want to divide off parts of this list so that you have specialized sub lists, just to principals, just to superintendents, just to, I mean, it's one of the services that happens free with Mailchimp. Okay, so I've done that. Now I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to go to from, and because my name is still on the account, my email is still the contact until somebody changes that in the account to a different person. It's just going to read that the email is from me. But you can edit that. You can change it to whoever you want to have. Okay. So for right now, we're just going to save this, and then subject, add subject. This is what's going to appear on the email subject line. And I'll pull up some of the emails just so you can see. Usually, what I write is, don't forget, or welcome back, or must see, and then CC or CII, and the date or something. But I'll show you. Once you have the subject line in there, okay, then you go to save again, right? So, and then when you're designing the email, and what I'm going to do right now is, because I don't by any chance want this to go out, I'm just going to, I'm going to cancel this. And now you go into design email. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a campaign that I've already done. So I'm going to pick the last one. That's the one we were just looking at. Okay, come on, open up. And so here are all the little boxes that I can click and drag in. But you'll see as I roll my cursor over each section, there are already several of these blocks in here. And all you have to do to update them is to click on the pencil and edit. It's that simple. If you don't want that block at all anymore, then you delete it using the trash can. And let's say you want that same block, but with edited material or whatever. This is the copy button. So it'll just copy the same block and drop it right below. Okay. So when you are uploading a image, you let's see. Let's bring an image block over. Did you see how that happened? I just dragged it over, and when you drop an image, you can, if you're on your Mac, you can just pull it in and drop it there, or you can browse your images that are already in this account, or you can upload one from your computer. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to. Hopefully, this will back up. That's what I was afraid of. Okay, so we're going to go back. We're going to go back here. We'll automatically transfer your copy. Okay, no, that's what I want. Okay, selected reminder. Okay, so I just messed myself up here. It's okay. I just have to find the one that says test. Let's go back. Saved templates. CII, ISD. This is the original template that is in the saved templates, by the way, that Patrick did and I have adjusted. So the one thing about using any of the templates that Patrick put in or that I have used, they're all already approved, right? They're fine. So, gosh, I don't know. This happened to me yesterday too. So let's just go back to the very beginning, and we will look at our campaigns. And there's the test. So when all else fails, go back to the monkey, and we can go in here and take off right where we left off. Okay, so I'm going to go back into editing the design. And oops, I don't want to change the template. Okay, let's go back to monkey and find out what happened here. Okay, campaigns. And we want test and we want edit. Let's see if that gets us back to the right screen. Send it. Oh, here we go. Preview. Okay. So this was the one we were in, right? And we're in preview mode. And you can see what it looks like on mobile. You can see what it looks like in somebody's inbox, right? Okay. So we're going to get out of preview mode, and then we're going to go. I don't want to change the template theme. I don't want to change the theme. That's what we want. That's what we want. Change template. Okay. So in any case, here we go. Okay. So here it is. I showed you how to drag over an image. All of these just give you the layout for what you drag over, right? If you want to change the order, look, you can take this and then move it anywhere you want. You shouldn't have to do any of this though, because it's pretty much set up to go. I'm going to delete this because we don't want this anymore. That was just our practice to show how you could bring an image over. So some of these, you'll see some of these headers are their own little blocks, right? So, because some of these don't have a space for large text. So I will tell you that when you go into the header and you press on edit, here come all your tools, right? So here's how you add a link, break a link. You can insert an image into one of these, even though you didn't bring an image block over. Centering, left justify, right justify, spell check, bold. There's not a whole lot of font styles or colors, but what we do have here is approved by communications. Okay, so when you're all done playing and building your email, you save and close. Okay, and then you can, this is a really great thing, you can save and exit. Maybe we'll do that first. Save and exit, right? Or you can save it as a template, and that means you can come back to it. Or you can send yourself a test email before it goes out to everybody else. I'll show you how you do that. This is set up to send, right now you can take this off when you use it, but you put in the email in this frame right here for where you want to send your test. Since I always have two computers open, I am usually working on it on my Mac, and I send it to my personal email so I can see what it looks like on that one. So I'm just going to send a test right now. Okay, send a test. Okay, so bon voyage. Okay. And so what we're going to do here is go to my inbox for my we'll see what happens here. Come on. It should, there it is, right there. So open it up. Okay, and there's what we created, right? This is what everybody will see when it comes to them. Oh, it's duplicated. Somehow we duplicated that too. But anyway, what you can see here is what you did right and what you want to correct. And it's always a good idea to send yourself a test until you've got it right. Oh my goodness, it duplicated everything. I think that's funny. So you would just go in and delete all the duplicated blocks. Okay, easy enough. And some people don't get to see the images in their email. So there you go. You can see it as a web page. And so having this open on this computer allows me to go into my other computer and say, oop, I got a duplicate of this, I got a duplicate of that. And then I just go back in and I fix it. So I'm back in Mailchimp now. So I would delete, see all the duplicates in here. I would just go in and duplicate it, or I would undo it. So let's see. So this Remember, I told you just go 1. I'm just going to delete it. And I'm going to just delete it. And I'm just going to delete it because everything's a duplicate in here. And what is the council? I think we already had that up here, right? So we've got the blurb, we've got the agenda, we've got the blurb, we've got blurb, agenda. What is? Okay, so let's move the what is. This gives me a chance to show you how to move that. So let's go up here. Come on, drop it. Oh, one more space. So I want it up here. It's being difficult, so let's pull this one down when all else fails. Okay, so now we should have, please plan to attend. What is, and we're going to move this one down. Well, you wouldn't spend all this time on doing this because I just duplicated it, but you get the idea here. For some reason, it didn't just duplicate the, there we go. I think I almost have all the duplicates gone. The point being here, once you clean it up, once you send it to yourself and clean it up, you can go back and send yourself another message. You can do this as many times as you want. You can send yourself a test message, and my staff, when I was at RSDSS, often sent the previews and tests to me as well so that I could read them before they scheduled to send them out. Okay? So again, this is just playing around. It's just a test. It's a sandbox. So you can come in here and mess around in this one all you want. Okay, so we're going to save and close because we've done the template, we've done the design. We're going to save and close. Save and close. There we go. And now you can share it by adding your social feeds, but we don't have any for this particular list, right? Or you can send it immediately, or you can do what I do, which is schedule it. So you pick a date on the calendar and you pick a time and you schedule the campaign. So you can you can do as many schedules as you want for this. I usually do the email a week or so ahead of time once I've got the agenda worked out. And then I create the campaign, I create the email, and then I schedule it for when I want it to go out. Okay. And then once you've clicked your time and your date, you click schedule and you'll get a confirmation. All right. So let's see. I'm going to cancel this. And because we don't actually want this to go anywhere, I'm going to edit the recipients, and I want to, I actually want to get rid of this. So I will figure out how to do that later. Okay. Okay. That's it. That's the easy way. And I'm going to send you the exported list. I did export the entire Mailchimp list into an Excel sheet. And if you ever need to do that, you just go over here and see manage contacts. Okay. And let's see. I'm trying to remember how I did this. View all contacts. View all contacts. Nothing's happening. Come on. There we go. And then here's the button for export list. Okay. So you can just export it as an Excel from here. All right, I hope this is helpful. If you need me for anything associated with this, don't hesitate to call me or to email me. Okay. Um, I'm going to give you all of that contact information and you can get a hold of me at any time. All right, I'm going up to Screencastify now and I am going to turn this off.